Chapter 2. In this chapter we will learn about Microprocessor system unit. System unit. System unit, CPU, which looks like a box. It has a number of other components. In the absence of any single part, the computer cannot perform its function completely or partly. All computers contain the same basic components. Computer case. All the basic components of a computer system are contained in a box. This box is called a case. Desktop case and tower case are the two types of a computer case. Number 1. Desktop case. Desktop case usually rests on a desk under a monitor. It can be used at workplace or at home. Number 2. Tower case. Tower case stands on the floor under the desk. It provides easy access to controls such as the on-off switch as well as to the interior components. Power supply. Computer is an electronic machine, so it needs electricity to work. The power supply provides electricity to each and every part inside the CPU and the parts outside the CPU. The computer is useless without power supply. UPS, uninterruptible power supply. It is a backup power supply. It includes a battery so that in case of power failure, it is possible to continue operations for a short time so that we can save our information. Surge protector. It is a device by which a computer is protected from fluctuations in power. The amount of electricity is regulated by surge protector. This amount of electricity flows to the computer and stop high voltage surging from damaging a computer. Surge protector. It is a device by which a computer is protected from fluctuations in power. The amount of electricity is regulated by surge protector. This amount of electricity flows to the computer and stop high voltage surging from damaging a computer. Microprocessor. Microprocessor is called the brain of a computer. The actual processing is done in this part. Mainly it transforms input into output. This is the part which defines the model of the computer, such as 386, 486, Pentium, Pentium IV, etc. Millions of calculations can be done per second. It has mainly three parts, namely CU, ALU and MU. CU. CU stands for Control Unit. It controls all the activities of a computer system. Every work done by a computer is in the notice of CU. ALU. ALU stands for Arithmetic and Logic Unit. Arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division are performed in this section. MU. MU stands for Memory Unit. It is the temporary storage for data. Memory devices. Memory is used to store information. Memory is measured by bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, etc. There are two main types of computer memory devices. Internal memory devices. This memory is mounted on the same board where the microprocessor is mounted. Internal memory is divided into two types, RAM and ROM. RAM, random access memory, is called the primary storage area. It stores the data and programs temporarily, only when the computer is executing, running, a program. All programs are loaded into RAM. When a computer is turned off or shut down due to power failure, every information or data present in RAM is deleted. RAM comes in the shape of memory chips which are located on the computer's motherboard. We can add or remove a memory chip from the main board very easily. ROM, read-only memory, is a permanent memory of a computer. As the name implies, we can just read the information present in it, and cannot change it. When we shut off the computer or electricity fails, it does not lose any data from it. ROM is also available in the shape of chips, which is mounted on the main board. External memory devices. External memory devices are used to store the massive amount of information and is also called secondary storage devices. Hard disk. Hard disk provides storage area to save the data and computer programs for future. We can read and write the data on the hard disk as many times as we require. Memory devices. A hard disk has more storage capacity than a floppy disk and also offers faster access to the data which is stored in it. A hard disk drive usually consists of several inflexible circular disks, called platters, on which data, instruction and information are stored magnetically. Floppy drive. Almost every personal computer has at least one floppy drive. Floppy disks allow a computer user to save data and other programs on them. Floppy drive grips the flexible plastic disk through the center hub and rotates it inside a jacket. We have to insert the disk into a floppy drive. To remove the floppy disk from the drive, press the drive's eject button. Today, the most widely used floppy disk is 3.5 inches wide. In a 3.5 inches floppy disk, the thin circular flexible disk is enclosed between two liners. A 3.5 inches floppy disk can contain 1.44 megabytes of data. A 5.25-inch floppy disk can contain 1.2 megabytes of data. Normally, a floppy disk can store 1.5 million characters in it. CD-ROM. Another storage device found in many systems is CD-ROM, compact disc, read-only memory. If we have a CD-ROM, we can view the data saved on the CD-ROM and can copy, transfer it on any other storage media like hard disk, floppy disk, magnetic tape, etc., or even we can print the data through a printer. Normally a CD-ROM can store 750 million characters in it. This is equal to an entire set of encyclopedia or over 400 floppy disks. CD-R, compact disc, recordable, is a technology that allows us to write data on a compact disc using our own computer. DVD-ROM, digital video disc ROM, is a technology that can be used to store video items such as motion picture movies. It is an extremely high-capacity compact disc. I/O, input-output, ports and cards provide option to attach external devices to the computer. An I/O card or expansion card is a circuit board, which can be fixed in the computer for adding a new feature. I/O cards are also called expansion cards or adapter cards. Each I/O card is placed on the motherboard in one of the expansion slots. There are 4 types of I/O or expansion cards. Number 1. Video card. Video card controls the monitor screen images. Number 2. Sound card. It enables computer to produce sound effects. Number 3. Modem card. It lets the computers to exchange information over telephone line. Number 4. Networking card. Networking card connects the computer with each other.